Sagittarius. Hello, hi. I am Ms. Mix's Messages, and these are your mixing of messages. Subject to change, or chains, for entertainment purposes. Okay. So this is your love reading. I have a shorter, more sweet, and to the point, There is no point over on the TikTok. This here is going to be double to triple the amount of time. I have doubled the cards. So, Sagittarius, let's get started. Sometimes, Sagittarius, it is a far greater act of strength to hold on than it is to let go. And I'm saying that because I'm feeling your resistance to letting go. And you're holding on. And I'm getting the image of a rope, okay? And feeling like rope burn to holding on to this thing, whatever it is, okay? I'm not saying that you have to let go or you should let go, but now I'm hearing row, row, row your boat. So what are you holding on to? It's causing a burn. And I'm seeing what it is here because you are showing me what it is. I'm gonna put that down. Okay? It's like you're not hiding it. You're not ashamed of it. If you're not aware of that, just know that know in your awareness that you aren't hiding it, like it's in the light. And I'm saying that because this card is appearing upright, okay? So this is our true love, our lover's path tarot. It regards past life, okay? Life past this one, okay? Or previously. What else we've got? We're gonna look at, okay, our true heart, okay? So the heart of the matter, of the situation at hand. We will talk more about that thing that is bringing you that rope burn. Okay, I'm hearing Elvis's A Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love, okay? That might be what you're holding on to, that burning love, okay? Okay. Next, the sexual tarot, your sexual energy, the execution of your life force energy, not forcing things to fit, not forcing things, okay, but rather adjusting, which is kind of a different kind of force, or it's just yielding, utilizing the force, making reference to Star Wars, okay? And they talk about the force or the life force energy in that there movie. And everyone has the force that they can utilize, dark or light. It isn't just Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and whatever else, whoever else is in there. That movie that uses the force, Star Wars, okay? This here is our enchanted love. And last but not least, the final piece here. Making peace with, okay, rising above with the dove, okay. So this also wants to be seen, okay. So it's like votre passé et aussi ton futur, okay. So your past is also your future. So votre is a more formal way of saying your. And don is a more casual way of saying your. But I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying your, okay? So we've got something casual and something formal occurring here with respect to respect, okay? So we have here respect. Respect your relationships. We've got a magnifying glass. And this makes me think of that movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, okay? I don't know if you've seen that, okay? If there's a memory about that, or if you've even heard of it, okay? Could check it out. So we've got some silhouettes there. and looking at a magnifying glass, okay, at these people. I don't know if that's their faces, looking at things more closely, okay? I'm also hearing like inner circle, your inner circle, looking at that more closely, okay? Giving and showing respect, and with respect to respect, disrespect, okay? Or not respect. What is not respect? To understand something, often we need to understand its opposite, okay? Yeah, so this is the left hand, and I say that, and I know that because it's the right hand. And that Bible quote is something about not letting the left hand know what the right hand is doing, and that's because the left hand and the right hand trust each other. And they don't need, there's a respect. There's a mutual understanding and respect there. So they don't need to be telling each other what's going on, because it's with respect too. Okay? So what we've got with our Manera erotic oracle here, that thing that you're holding on to, the rope burn, okay, is the muse living in my dreams. So we've got number 10, okay. This is Vishuddha. So Vishuddha represents the throat, truth, okay. This is earth, okay. And this is Piscean energy. Could be a Pisces, but also I'm feeling called to tell you to check in or check out what is in your 12th house, okay? So 12th house is ruled by Pisces. It is the house of our dreams. Also Saturn, the planet of discipline, okay, has just entered Pisces. So it's about bringing our dreams into reality, okay? Tangibly, step by step. So you're not letting go of your dreams, essentially. That's what you're not letting go of. It's creating some rope burn, yeah, okay, but you're not letting go of it. That's okay. Like I said in the beginning, sometimes it takes a much greater strength to hold on than to let go, okay? So in the past, we've got Queen of Roses, the leader. So the roses in this deck, it represents Earth, okay? Earth sign energy, that's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Recent past, we've got the World, okay? Consummation, being consumed, but also like consummating a marriage, which is to, like back in the days, the consummation of a marriage was when the sexual penetration occurred. There was the penetration, and this consummated the marriage when there was the intercourse had, okay? And therefore, by that standard, any consummationing that has been occurring has created a soul bond or a marriage, okay? The World. So just like how this directly references the world, okay, of the way that it used to be, the way that it is, and the way that it will be, okay? So in the present moment, okay, so right before I'm seeing a track or a timeline, okay, so this is a timeless reading. So wherever you're viewing this from, whenever, I'm seeing a track going towards the future and a track like backtracking of your past, okay? And the track that you're on of your present is right in the middle. So there's a track that way, a track that way, and a track this way, okay? So Two of Roses is the track going this way, like the track of your dreams, which is in the present. It's not the future. It's not the past. It's the path of the present, right? Because in yoga and real spiritual practices, we know that the past n'existe pas, doesn't exist. Future n'existe pas aussi, doesn't exist. All that exists is the present moment. And the things that we project passé ou futur, like in the past or the future, create blockages. If we hold on to the past or to the future, it can create blockages from our pleasant moment. I like that because it's true. In the present, that's where the present is, and it is very pleasant, okay, to live in the present. And when we have our hands in prayer here, it's a connection of the past or the left side with the future or the right side in the present moment at the heart. It's living from the heart, right? Okay. So it's like blocking out the past and blocking out the future to live in your present. So we have in the present here Two of Roses, crossroads. So that being said, blocking out your past and blocking out your future because you're living so presently in the present. Yeah, I'm hearing There's no future, there's no past. Beating hearts are all we have. Getting stronger day by day from all of these mistakes I made. Yogi Bhajan, which is one of the founders who brought Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga is Raj Yoga. It's the all-encompassing of many different paths of yoga into one. He brought it to the West in the 70s-ish. It was a strong mission of his to eradicate a lot of drug use, to get people off of using mind-altering substances, drugs and alcohol, and even like sex as its own mind-altering substance, to move towards meditative spiritual practices in the discipline of Kundalini Yoga. So in a way, it's this crossroads, Sagittarius, is, do you choose your past or do you choose your future? Whilst knowing that neither one of these realities exist, and all that exists is what you have here now. But at the same time, both of those realities exist. Weird. Ooh. So the past could be the south node or the comfort zone, and the future could also be the north node or the discomfort zone, okay? Where you are more happy, but there's more challenges and more lessons in the discomfort zone of the future, of the north node way of living. A lot more comfortable in your past in the way that things were because you're a master there. It's your south node. You know it well. And a lot more resistance, or the wall that is blocking you and your future is just a stronger wall. But we're gonna break through it with a bridge or a tunnel or whatever the heck. So we got 3 of roses. That's kind of cool. We got 2 of roses in the present and then 3 of roses, opportunity. I'm seeing piano keys here, okay? So it's like there are 2 keys right beside each other. Do, 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 do. It's a very simple jump. It's not as big of a jump as you think it is. They're right beside each other. There's 2 of roses and there's 3 of roses. It's not even like a 2, 3 of different types. It's a 2 and a 3 of roses here, okay? So rising up, okay? Like ashes, okay? Ashes to ashes. 2 and 3 is 5, is a number of freedom, okay? 2 is like it takes 2 to tango, but it's also like juggling, right? Decisions. It's the feminine or the mother, or just the woman who hasn't quite yet become the mother yet. 6 is more representative of the mother. 3 is the child, okay? Being wild as a childish. Opportunity, okay? So on the other side of this block, of this wall, is opportunity on the other side of that wall, okay? But you keep that wall up for a reason, right? So after that opportunity, we've got the 10 of wings. Difficulty, yeah, because North Node, it's all about what you don't yet know, right? The unknown. And there's difficulty in that vulnerability of learning, of not knowing, of not understanding, of being misunderstood, of misunderstanding, of missing the understanding that was of the past, right? In the comfort zone. Okay. So after that, we've got the sexual energy here. It's interesting how love and romance is where that block is up, because the sexuality is where I feel it's very fluid. So definitely like a physical, like wall or like tracks, but there's like a river, right? And that's quite accurate with regards to sexual energy, or sexuality is related to the 2nd chakra, which is related to water, which is flow. Okay. And the expression without the blockages of that energy, that life force energy is mentioned, the force, Star Wars there, is in flow. So in the far past, we've got the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. Okay. This is about the home. This could also represent, which house is it? 4th house, 5th house, 6th house, 5th house. I think it's the 4th house, which is family and the home. Okay. But it's also with regards to moving forward like a crab, right? How it moves forward, doing the crab walk, or being crabby and not wanting to relocate or move. We've got 2 ox ins here, okay? I feel the need to remind in this love reading about being equally yoked to your partner. So 2 oxens that are going on their path, okay? If they're equal, they need to be equal. And if they're not pulling, you know, their weight, then it creates an imbalance, okay? Which creates sickness, okay? Which can present itself in a multitude of ways. Wades, like the wades, wading waters, okay? And waiting about these waters. Wading in these waters, okay? Waiting, like waiting in the wading pool, you know? Or waiting, just like chilling and waiting. So in the recent past, we've got Ace of Pentacles, okay? Having ideas being rejected, okay? Misdirected. Or being quite sensitive with regards to rejection. And in the present moment, we've got the 9 of Chalices, okay? This is being independent in your sexuality and your sexual expression, okay? Creative expression, and not necessarily needing to share that with anyone, although there is someone there, okay? In the near future, we've got the Knave of Swords, okay, in reverse, but at any moment you can turn that frown upside down, right? So Knave of Swords here. I see in the present moment single, or being like a single and complete person on your own. You might be in a relationship, you might not be in a relationship. That might be the contemplation of this crossroads, okay? Or crossing various roads, okay? But I'm seeing you mingling or checking out, like observing, like looking at someone or something else, communicating with them, okay? Like flirting, like a sexual arousal regarding communication in the future. And with the 10 of Wings, that's also air sign energy. So it's a lot of birds making musical, like okay? So in the far, far future, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which parallels to our Queen of Roses back here. Okay, so we've got a Queen of Roses there, and we've got a Queen of row your boats, row your roses. When you're gardening, like rowing, okay, growing. Queen of Pentacles in the future, okay, sexually. So romanticizing the past, and then I'm seeing worship, okay, the future. And there's a lot of like physical touch and words of affirmation, like talking for sure. It's Virgo energies. 100% could also be Capricorn or Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, okay? But in adoration, you're in adoration of the way that you communicate with this individual, okay? So communication can be talking, can be verbalizing, but it can also be physical expressions of communication as well, through dance or through affection, okay? Through gestures, acts of service, cleaning things, tidying things, taking out the trash, you know, dance, movement, or the absence of these things is also a form of communication, okay? Through written word or spoken, okay? Through music, through sound, or again, the absence of it, okay? A lack of communication is still a communication. It is holding the space, okay? And the silence for those who are being loud, okay, to communicate, okay? So the true heart, let's see what's going on in the heart. In the further past, we've got Temperance. That's you. That's alchemizing darkness with light, okay? That is reconstruction. We've got 19 and 16 on the clock. There's a new beginning with a masculine and a feminine. Okay, 1 is new beginnings, 9 being the masculine, 6 being the feminine. Having each other's backs, okay? So like back to back, okay? As mentioned with the hands in the beginning there, okay? Having that mutual respect. Also in the past, we've got the 4 of Cups. Okay, so this is a disappointment. Again, sensitivity with regards to rejection. Okay, there's, again, that this is about consummation, a consummation of a marriage, okay, or consummating of a marriage, or being consumed possibly by marriage, or being consumed by a conjoinment, or some sort of joining, okay? Consummation, consumed. In the present moment, we've got the Prince of Swords. This is Gemini energy. This is young buck energy, okay? This is like frolicking, flirting, like young buck doesn't give a fuck energy, okay? Very chirpy, likes to communicate, has a lot of information, but also very like young, naive, like at the very beginning. In the present moment, okay? Checking in especially with like your Gemini placements, okay? Where in your chart is Gemini, but also your third house, where you like to communicate, how you appreciate communication, and in what regard, and what you like to communicate or talk or yak about, okay? In the near further future, what else is in your heart? Queen of Cups. This is Piscean energy, okay? More particular to the moon sign. It's also Cancer energy, definitely, and Scorpio, okay? So this is someone, if it isn't you, okay, it's an individual, or just the concept of spirituality, of being psychic, knowing, sensitive, okay, catering to wants, okay, being needed and needing, okay, like any relationship, it needs to be needed, like bread, you have to need it, okay, so when there's tension, you need to knead through the tension, okay, work through the tension. Okay, it's meeting needs before they need to be met. Okay, it's anticipation and execution, that Queen of Swords energy. And after that, we've got Prince of Wands. Okay, and as you work through the tension, okay, through the needs, as you need through the needs, it's like you're reborn. That Prince of Wands, that fiery, this is young fire sign energy. Okay, it's Aries. It's Sagittarius, and it is Leo. Okay, so checking in with your younger self, like what brought you passion when you were young. And as, yeah, you work through it, you're feeling young again, like you can take on the world, and you're just like, you know, ready to go. You're good. You're reset. Further in the past, this is past life energy, 22:33 on the clock, so mastery. I'm also sensing age gap, okay? 22 and 33 could be direct, like 10 years difference, okay, ages, but also like a decade of time or maturity, okay? Also, just in general, mastery, okay? So a number 22 level of mastery versus a number 33 level of mastery. So like in a relationship, let's say, you both make a good lasagna, but one of you is like really good at making the lasagna, and one of you is good at making the lasagna. So it's that kind of a thing. It doesn't have to be lasagna. It could be keeping the home, or bringing in the money, or compliment, etc., etc. Okay? So in our past life Lover's Path Tarot here, we've got 4 of Arrows, okay, resting, relaxation, okay, taking a time out, rejuvenating, healing, okay, regeneration, regenerating, regeneration, also bringing in new energy, but new life into this world, okay. Recent past, we've got the Devil, traditionally, but temptation here. We've got Paolo and Francesca, okay, so being tempted. 4 of Cups, disappointed, possibly by your own temptations, rejected. We have respect to remember in the very beginning of the reading here. The world being consummated or consumed by your pleasures. The temptation here, represented by the Devil, represents how you are tempted, okay? What brings you temptation, and what you can possibly get consumed by once you've consummated that relationship with that thing. So it could just be, you know, a beer. When you consummate your relationship with the beer, you've had the beer for the first time, and you can get consumed by the beer. Whatever it is, the thing that you've consummated, had for the first time, your relationship with whatever it is that it is. In the present moment here, we've got 9 of Coins. So this is double time, independence.
Emotionally, sexually independent, okay? Like, okay on your own, like not gallivanting, frolicking about. You could, but you aren't. But you could, but you aren't because you're content with yourself. I see that here. Blocking off the possibility of whomever before and whoever going forward, okay? We've got 9 of coins, okay? Okay, content in your alone time, by yourself, with your tasks and your mundane physical things. Taking care of the errands, taking care of the house, of the money, of the things that are practical that matter, okay? And finding the contentment without, okay? Going towards the future, that gentle Queen of Cups energy. We've got 6 of arrows, okay? This is elusively and intentionally, like letting your hair loose, going with the wind, the flow, the arrows, air, okay? Arrows, air. Eros as well, okay? The things that bring you like eros, okay? They kind of, the path is just there, like a lot of times it's not even conscious. It's just you're gone with the wind kind of a thing, okay? So in the future there's a moving towards something by moving away from something else, okay? And there's kind of a need to focus too with the rocks that we see there, to move through the rocks, okay? And after that, the future, got 8 of arrows. So like I said, there's a need to focus, because without that focus, there could possibly be an accident or a spill or a man overboard or a crash of that canoe. So right after 6 is 7, and after 7 is 8. So being shipwrecked or being, something is not going to go the way that you expect or the way that you plan, okay? And you may or you may not, this is your decision, your life, your choice, okay? To get wrapped up in the wouldas, the couldas, and the shouldas. And to be, yeah, consumed by, you know, the degradation of, you know, the own self-deprecating thoughts and degrading yourself. It's okay to be upset and be sad and to feel things out and why didn't it work out and maybe we should have done this differently and that and this and that and that. I'm not pulling any cards further past this point. I don't have advice or solution, but this is the further in the future. So it's like charging forward, but without focus, there could possibly be an accident. And I'm hearing also like accidental pregnancy when we have the Queen of Pentacles here, okay? Okay. There are no mistakes in life, only mistakes, okay? And I feel I need to say God doesn't roll dice, so. And that God loves mistakes. So when these and I'm feeling the goosebumps, so when these accidents happen, okay, it's often like it wasn't in your plan, but it was in something greater than you. Maybe you don't believe in God or higher power, but something else's plans. Like maybe it has to be bad or evil just because it makes you so mad and so angry and so frustrated and so sad, right? That it didn't go according to your plan, right? But there's still a plan in place, okay? For all of these mistakes. And to cue back to there's no future, there's no past. Beating hearts are all we have. Getting stronger, that heartbeat getting stronger day by day with all of these mistakes that I've made, that you've made, okay? That we make in our day-to-day today, okay? I know there's one more here, and I did forget it for Capricorn. Oh, no, because it unveiled itself right away. So respect. Respect is very important to you, okay? Definition, redefining respect, okay? Respect is reject, okay? To reject is respectful a lot of the times. As they say, rejection is protection. Protection is respect. To respect the union, the relationship. This is a love, love, love reading, okay? That's to your body. That's to your mind. That's to your family, to yourself, and by extension, you know, to your peers, to your acquaintances, to your classmates, to your co-workers, to the world as a whole, to the environment, to the trees, to the birds, to the animals, to the, your belongings, to your things, right? Okay. So, Sagittarius, this is what I've got for you. For, again, I think I mentioned, a more shorter, sweeter, to the point, to point, to point. There is no point reading. You can check out on the, check in. Maybe not checking out, checking in, check it out. Okay, on the TikTok, okay, I do believe a link is somewhere. Okay. Other than this, that, and the other thing, yeah, no solutions, no advice. I would need to be paid for that. Ha 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 ha. But as I said to someone else, often it is in just being acknowledged or seen, okay, across this timeless timeline. And I hope to have broken down some unnecessary barriers, or, you know, on the contrary, help to put back in place certain structure that needed to be rebuilt through seeing it and through saying it. So this is my karma yoga. I do this gratuitously. I don't know if that's a word, and if it isn't, it is. And somewheres it is, right? No future, no past, but yeah, it is. So gratuity is free. It's out of gratitude, okay? That's the greatest attitude, right? So, but I do feel I need to say, if you feel like you would like to extend your own gratitude, gratuity, to ensure prompt service, I do have a link somewhere else, okay, for, I saw 31 and 13 on the clock, so these are reflective of ages, but also mirror, okay? So mirror energy, sorry to interrupt with more messages, but mirror energy of your 13-year-old self with your 31-year-old self is occurring right now, okay? Your younger self, no age. Okay, but at the same time, there is. So both these realities exist, and you Sagittarian placements know that. But that temperance energy of balancing darkness and light, okay? So yeah, somewhere I've got a accepting of gratitudes. Any donations to the channel would be appreciated. But this is my karma yoga. It's a selfless service. And with that being said, it is time to let go of that rope that I'm holding on to here with you now. Getting that rope burn. Okay, Sagittarius, till next time. Bye-bye.